I'm gonna do a trim, and I figured I would just kind of tutorial it. For me, anything that is at about my earlobe, what I would call parallel to the marching surface and up, needs to be trimmed to give the look that I'm looking for. And then any of the hairs that are starting to crest into my handlebar that are kind of full length hairs, they also need to kind of be trimmed back. So like these guys here a little bit, because as the long ones start pairing into the handlebar, it starts getting a little tough with putting wax in and picking those hairs up. I mean, it doesn't quite give the separation from the stash to the beard that I'm looking for. So I'm just going to use a comb and some grooming scissors, and kind of a few things I'm looking for is anything that's really kind of sticking out, like I said, from kind of the bottom of the earlobe. I'm going to trim down, and then later on, if I wanted to, I could go in with a trimmer and some guards and really try and kind of fade that in to my haircut. But when I do that, I typically wait until I get a fresh haircut so I get the transition that I'm kind of looking for. So I'm really just coming in. I'm gonna kind of look past my phone in my mirror so I can catch a better look. But you can see, like, for me, those hairs are just a little too long. Again, I can kind of bring in my comb if I need to, and just kind of cut along. And it's better to take less because you can't put it back on. And then I can kind of come in and kind of freehand a couple of the ones that are just folding over and the comb's not quite picking it up. If you go slow and you're just using scissors, I won't say it's impossible, but it's really hard to mess this up from here because you're just cutting off very little. And so even if you cut off kind of too much, you know, a week or two and it'll kind of even itself out. So I like that. Like I said, I want to come in here. One trick is to kind of comb your mustache forward and out of the way. And so for competition, anything from the corner of the lip, like my next biggest competition is World, so I think it's 1.5 centimeters, which is I think like 5/8 of an inch roughly, give or take, from the corner of the mouth. Can be included in the mustache. Anything after that has to be cut. So again, with it folded out of the way, I can really just kind of come in here and like some of these, like that's long. I don't need that hair, these hairs up here, quite that long. Swoop back up, and so really that gives me kind of what I'm looking for. Where the sideburns kind of transition up into the haircut. The beard transitions into the sideburns, sideburns up into the haircut, giving it kind of a cleaner appearance, which is what I'm looking for in my beard. Same thing, which we can comb these over. So trying to see where these are at. Those are close to being outside of the 1.5 centimeters. But when you're not sure, you leave them. I think it's easier to make a mistake with trimmers than it is with scissors. You can just kind of get a little more precise. And you can kind of just mirror it off to the other side. Got a couple of these that are kind of full length hairs. Maybe I missed them on another trim. I kind of just cut those in half. Like I said, don't chase perfection. Just kind of get it where you kind of want it. And then if you're questioning whether you should go more, wait. I'd say 2 days, at least a day to 2 days, till you wash your beard again, and you style it a couple times, and you can kind of judge where you might want to take off more, where you think maybe you took off too much. Then you know more for next time. You kind of can let it grow. Like I said, I kind of like the bottom of my earlobe flat across the surface, or even from the tragus down on an angle is another good reference point that you can use. It's just kind of what works for you. Down on an angle towards the corner of your mouth, or kind of on a flat surface. So that's just how I trim my beard as it grows. I don't really need to trim any of this right now, especially because I roll mine under. If I was to go straight down with it, then I might want to play with trims, but with rolling it under with heat and a round brush, it's easier for me to not have to worry about trimming the bottom. Just be cautious, go slow, take your time, take less than you want, come back and trim again more on another day. So that's my tips for trimming your beard.